I remember both myself and also junior baby diplomats that were under my wing, as I became a leader. One of the first things that really surprises them is speaking to adversaries in the diplomatic
Mm,
context. You kind of get it in your head that you just don't speak to them at all. That's the whole currency of diplomacy, isn't it? That you have to engage.
absolutely. Yeah, it's so important to understand where that side is coming from. And yeah, you might not do it publicly. And
Yes.
there are certain parameters around what that engagement looks like, and obviously right and left limits to the topic of discussion and the location. But the importance of having that knowledge is key, I think, both in terms of your ability to understand where they're coming from a kind of humanitarian standpoint, if you will, but then also from a strategic standpoint, what they may do. And so much of what we end up doing at the State Department and when the diplomatic realm is analyzing what our partners, our adversaries, and then the various contexts within which we operate, analyzing what we expect to happen based on various actions. And there's so much that
Mm.
goes into that, in addition to just the raw piece of diplomacy and the fact that when you talk to somebody, especially face to face, it creates an environment that makes it a little more difficult to have your differences lead. I think you have to have a little bit of compassion and empathy. I think that that engagement helps with, even if it's not going to resolve the conflict between country X or Y, it maybe chips at it a little bit in a way that you might not expect.
I agree. I think there's something around finding that consensus in your humanity. Like you're both
Mm.
human beings at the end of the day. And the more that you talk to other human beings, the more you can find in common. And that's the basis for bigger agreements and bigger consensus.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Building up from there, having the empathy to think about the other person as a person and the
Mm.
other society and country as a society, as opposed to just this, president or national government or what have you, is so key to building that rapport and trust to hopefully build off of for bigger things. So those connections built over time, again, may not overcome a conflict, but they certainly help in terms of being able to navigate your way through contentious situations.